On this podcast, we explore all topics of interest for professionals at the intersection of public health and entrepreneurship. I'm your host. My name is Dr. Huntley, and I'm so excited that you've decided to join me on this episode. I am a public health entrepreneur with over 25 years of experience in healthcare and in public health, and I've supported many entrepreneurs along the way. I'm really happy to support you through this episode and through this podcast. Now, we're going to talk about supercharging your LinkedIn connections. This is going to be brief. I want you to be able to finish listening to this and decide, I'm going to take action. I'm going to do this right now. So, when you are on LinkedIn and it's time to connect with someone, I encourage you to take it another step. Forget about those generic connection requests. I am encouraging you to stand out by personalizing your approach. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. When you find someone's profile that is interesting to you, scan through their profile. This is someone that you've decided you want to connect with, or you've either stumbled upon their profile or you knew them. You know exactly, like, this is someone connected to this audience or this company, and I really want to connect with them. Scan their profile. Identify one interesting detail. Make sure it's interesting. And what I usually do is go with your gut reaction. What catches your attention first? It needs to be interesting. Sometimes I do this and it's someone's, school affiliation. Maybe it's someone that I see as a mutual connection, someone we have in common that I really adore. Or maybe it's something about where they live, or something in their profile picture that's familiar, or their background image captures your attention, or something in their about section or where they worked is interesting. Pay attention to what captures your attention and go with that. All right. So you scan their profile, you identify one interesting detail, and then craft a brief and genuine message. It needs to be brief and make sure it's genuine and it relate to that interesting thing, what caught your attention. That's a good way to go. Make sure you're standing out because when I say genuine, it just needs to be authentically you. So if, for example, you notice that, their background photo is taken in an area that you recognize and you were there before, you can comment, you can lead with that, identify that, introduce yourself and let them know you were in that same location that caught your attention, something like that. It needs to be something related to that interesting detail and genuine. And you don't have to think hard about this. These are the things that naturally come up for you. You usually talk yourself out of it and you decide, you backtrack. You say, no, I'm not going to do that. All right. And once you do that, send that message. I challenge you to try that today. You will be amazed to see over time how quickly your network will grow, and with really interesting people that you want to stay connected with. Now, after a while, when your network, you've got some momentum and you're busy, like I have a very large network on LinkedIn, and I've grown it slowly over time doing things like I'm sharing with you right now. And it's harder for me to keep up with everyone at this point. It's not like I actually know everyone, but I get a lot of connection requests frequently. And the ones that stand out, I get very few that have a message. And of the ones that will have a message with them, the majority of them are not a personalized message. So if someone reaches out to me and they say, I've really been enjoying your entrepreneurs podcast. I really liked episode whatever it was, and what you said really resonated with me. Something personal like that, or you've been so inspiring. People make these comments about the podcast that they refer to something on the podcast or an episode or a guest, something like that. That always captures my attention. And I mention that because they're letting me know they're paying attention. So that way it's like you reciprocate that, you give it back, and you respond. So if you reach out to someone, I've done this in the past. Like if someone is saying something about Mississippi, that catches my attention because my family's from Mississippi and I feel so connected and so passionate about serving Mississippi. So I jokingly say, if we talk long enough and you're from Mississippi, we'll probably find out that we're related. So that's something I'll lead with, something about Mississippi if I see that on their profile. So just lead with what's genuine for you and interesting. And you don't have to write a book or a paragraph, really 1 or 2 lines. It's a social media platform. It's a professional platform for sure, but we're supposed to be personal. So when you leave with a brief, interesting detail and a genuine message, you're going to be surprised at the return. I've been, like I said, I've done this and I've received. I've been on the receiving end of this and the action taking, the giving end of this. And I know it really works. So I'm challenging you to do that. You can certainly find me on LinkedIn and let me know that you did this. We usually have a post for these episodes. So you can go to our LinkedIn page for the public health entrepreneurs on LinkedIn. And if you're not following, make sure you're following that page. So that profile page on LinkedIn is the business page for the podcast. And when you see the post for this episode, just comment there and say, "Hey, I tried that, and this is what happened." Or if nothing happened yet, to say, "I tried what you said. I tried your suggestion. I'd supercharge my LinkedIn connection." You can simply put it in there like that. I think that it would be great to see. It's exciting, like I said, to watch that network grow. And then what you're going to find also is that your news feed will be filled with updates and posts from people that you genuinely find interesting. That's the reward long term. Now, we share these types of tips in our Mastermind Group Program. We share them every week, some sort of actionable tip where we're helping our members, encouraging them to take these action steps to increase their network ability. That's something that it's directly connected to us being able to share our value and how we can support organizations and individuals through what we offer in our businesses and get more clients. So also it helps other people to get to know us and what we do and how we show up. So this is an important action as a business owner, to continually be networking. And in our Mastermind Group Program, we share a lot of LinkedIn tips, because that is definitely my platform of choice, and just general networking tips. Nothing overwhelming, but every week you'll get a fresh new tip. And sometimes, some weeks it'll be, "Oh, that's really good." And other weeks it'll be like, "Oh, I need to do that." So it's designed to support you. So we have something new every week in our Mastermind Group Program. Now, if you have not even heard of our Mastermind Group Program, I talk about it on every episode, but it is best suited for established public health entrepreneurs. We work together in a very, I think it's a very, I want to say unique. It's not maybe unique, but unique to us in this dynamic. We've got an amazing group of members in our online, in our Mastermind Group Program. It's a hybrid, so we work together virtually the majority of the time, but we do get together twice a year for a 2-day retreat, and they are phenomenal. We have It's almost like fast tracking your transformation when we're able to get in person for those 2 days. I'm always amazed by the experience and the transformation that I see right in front of my eyes with the members, the attendees. We have had entrepreneurs come from all over the US and outside of the US, and we meet in different locations to make it exciting, to give us all the opportunity to travel a little bit and pour into ourselves. And no matter where we go, they're always like, "Wherever you show up, just let us know. Just plan it out. We're going to be there." And I love that. So enrollment is only open twice a year, in June and December. And it's only open to people who have submitted an application. So if you would like to know more about our Mastermind Group Program, then please visit our website and submit an application. Our website is publichealthentrepreneurs.com. And you'll also find the links in the description for this episode. Now, as I wrap up this episode, I would also like to ask you to help us spread the word about this podcast. I think the easiest way to do that is by sharing our website with a friend, or through a social media post, through an email, publichealthentrepreneurs.com. Whichever way you decide to do that, we appreciate you for helping us spread the word about this amazing resource. We're a little biased, but we do think it's an amazing resource. All right, everyone. Until next time, have a fantastic rest of your day.